Hey guys, I want to do a quick comparison video on the Leatherman Wave Plus and the Gerber Suspension NXT Multi-Tool. Now, this isn't really a comparison over which one's better. I mean, I would pretty confidently say the Leatherman is a better tool. I'll cover that in a little bit, but it's more so, is this one worth it? Is the Gerber NXT worth buying, or is it worth paying up and getting this one? Short answer is yes. Now this one retails for $100. This is $30, so you can get 3 of these for the price of one, which to me is, I think, a fantastic value for this one. Now, there are some things that this one actually, I think, does better, the Gerber, I think, over the Leatherman. But the Leatherman, I think, is just of better quality. So in terms of what makes the Leatherman better, or at least why I prefer it, first and foremost is going to be the quality, just the build quality. This one, it's heavier, it's just a more soundly built tool. One of the first things I noticed right away by taking it out is if you look at these, it's kind of sitting on a flat table. No wobble, 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 wobble. So this one right out of the gate came, you can kind of see it's a little crooked. So this side is a little that way, and you can move it back, but it seems to always kind of return back into this position. So I don't know if you can kind of see that or not, but this is a little too far over that way. So when you put it on a flat surface, you kind of get a little bit of a wobble, where this one is pretty still. So it's just a little, quality control issues like that. So the other part that I prefer about one thing I like about both of them is all the tools open from the outside, but the knife on the Leatherman is just much bigger. So you get a much bigger blade than on the Gerber. So Gerber, you get, look at that. This is like a Swiss Army knife. Actually, you know what? I think my Swiss Army knife actually has a bigger blade than that, and it's half serrated, which kind of, obviously it's got its uses, but you get a smaller cutting edge as a result of it, where the Gerber, or the Leatherman actually has a dedicated serrated blade as well. So from a knife standpoint, much better knife on this one. Now in terms of metal, these are both stainless steel. Neither are pretty forthcoming about what kind of steel, so I took a glance on Amazon to see if I can get some specs, but neither are advertising the type of steel, which probably means it's probably a cheaper type of steel. Tool-wise, they all, you can pretty well see that yourself on Amazon, what kind of tools you get, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. Go on Amazon, they give you a quick picture showing you all the tools they get. I just wanted to kind of quickly outline the knife, because to me, this is kind of the biggest drawback I have about this one, is a knife, given its cost. Now, if these were, equally priced, obviously it's this one, but given that this is so much cheaper, I'm just trying to show people that this is actually a good option. Now, it is a little bigger than the Leatherman. It's a little bit taller, actually, so if you put them kind of next to each other, it's a little awkward to do, but you can kind of see that it's a little bit longer, depending kind of where you start the measurement. But the best way is to hold it upright like this. So if I hold them upright like that and turn it sideways, you can kind of see how the Leatherman's, or the Gerber, is a little bit longer. It is lighter though, which is a bonus. They both have, locks to lock the tools in place, so it doesn't fold. Now, the biggest, I think, preference I actually prefer over with the Gerber is the pliers. So if you look at the pliers, there's a big benefit to the Gerber, and of course these have some benefits too. So the biggest benefit to these is that you got some wire cutters that you can remove. So if you can see, I kind of have done some cutting already, and it does kind of starting to kind of do a little wear. So it's nice that you can just replace these yourself. These are not replaceable. Now from a plier standpoint, Here's why I like these better. First, spring loaded, which nice, but not a must because you can obviously do it yourself, but it is kind of nice that they're spring loaded. But the biggest thing I don't like about these, and it's a painful way to learn, is if you look at them and you close them, there's a gap here. So, you know, you have a nice little gap here when you close it. This one, you don't. So I learned the hard way is one time when I was using these, and I got a nice grip on them and I went to squeeze, what happened is it pinched the crap out of my skin right here. It just catches you because, you know, you kind of get a good grip on them. They're kind of small, so you're kind of, you know, oversize your hands for a little bit. But when I squeezed the first time really hard, I really, you know, pinched myself pretty hard here. And then even after I knew to watch out for it, you still kind of got to be careful that you don't get your hand caught in there and pinch yourself. These, you don't. You know, plenty of room, so you can really kind of, you know, kind of cup up on them if you really are trying to do something close without ever worrying about pinching your hands. This one though is a pinch machine. I mean, you really got to be little. I mean, you got to kind of go into it, adjusting your hand properly. Otherwise, you're going to pinch yourself all the time. So that's my only drawback. I almost wish that they designed them so it kind of stops like right here. Just leave a little bit of a gap here to prevent that. Otherwise, they close completely. I mean, you can't even. I mean, if I were to get a piece of paper out, let's see if it can even fit in here. Okay, so paper will fit, but your skin, unfortunately, will not. So, plier-wise, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a tough call, but I mean, these are probably a little more user-friendly in terms of avoiding pinching yourself, where this one, you really got to be careful. The other one thing I liked about the Gerber a little better was actually a screwdriver. So this has a nice full-size Phillips. You can really actually, you know, use it. It locks in place. You know, this one fortunately comes with, where is it? You don't get as generous of a one with this one. It's a little bit smaller. If I can get it out. These things are so tight in there. So here's the screwdriver on this one. So you can kind of see. Now I think the benefit is this is removable. You can flip them around, so that's the benefit, but I mean, it's just, you know, practical standpoint, this just comes in handy much more. I actually like this one better. And then the other big benefit of the Gerber, which why I would always prefer this one, is a file. So this has a real nice file grind. You can even cut metal with it as well. So this, to me, it's just something I use often. This just comes in handy so much that that's actually probably the biggest reasons why I like this Gerber, is the file, and also the way you unlock the blade is just much easier. So you can actually, you know, pull it out, and then right there it's a lot easier to work, where this one has, I mean, not horrible, but just a little not as nice as the other one. So I think in summary, I like this Gerber for 30 bucks. It's fantastic. I mean, just to put in perspective, $100, and doesn't even come with a clip, by the way. The clip was separate. I got it cheap, I think, for like $10 on eBay. But it's kind of annoying that at this price they don't even give you a clip. So $100 for this one, $30 for that one. And you have the Gerber dime, which I actually like a lot too. And this is like 20 bucks. So when you really think about it, for $70 less or $10 more, you get this. So I like this a lot. I'm actually going to buy another one just to keep in the car, because for 30 bucks, this is a real, I think, great tool. You know, probably may not last as long, but for $30, I guess it's not a big deal. You know, this obviously Leatherman has a, was it a 25-year warranty or lifetime maybe, but either way they have a much probably better warranty on these things. But yeah, I like this. you know, good scissors. I mean, like I said, everything about it really is, except for this kind of pretty poor knife, if you ask me. I mean, if I got kind of my Swiss Army handyman, you can kind of see. I mean, it's about, I mean, the handyman is probably, I mean, it is a bigger blade, so, you know, so I don't know. It's kind of disappointed that they put such a small blade on it. I mean, they could have, I mean, we have a little more room to put bigger. I don't know. I mean, they might have to, I guess the plier head goes there, but even then, I feel like it can, there's enough space here that it can, could have fit in there. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not an industrial engineer, so I'm sure they thought that through, but it is kind of a disappointing knife. But then again, like I said, $30, I'd buy another one. Actually, I will buy another one because it's just so cheap. How can you now? I mean, it's almost $10 more than this little guy. I mean, I love this Gerber dime too. But yeah, just wanted a quick little comparison of the Gerber NXT. I think it's a buy. For $30, you can't go wrong. I mean, this is obviously a better tool. This is probably my favorite multi-tool I've tried yet. It's a little on the heavier end to be a daily carry. I mean, maybe with like jeans and you have a belt or something like that, you could probably carry it. But a lot of times I wear like sweatpants or gym pants on the weekends, and this would just, you know, weigh it down. This one, I mean, while not much, it is a little bit lighter. But yeah, both of these obviously are going to be a little harder ones to carry unless you have like a holster or a strong belt in your pants to keep them up. This one I've actually carried, and although it's about comparable size, maybe it's just because it's a little more compact. But yeah, any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll put links to all three of these in the description, and I really think this is a good one. I'm really impressed with it for how cheap it was and how well it works. All right, bye.